Here's a good question we got asked today. Why was I charged with hindering in the second degree? Police came in on a welfare check but refused to leave. I answered the door. 2 police officers that stated they were there for a welfare check, called in by a friend. I told them we were all sleeping, everything's fine. They asked to talk to my son. I woke him up and we were both there looking through our locked screen where they could both see that we were fine. They insisted we open the screen so we could better talk to them. I told them we're fine and we could talk just fine. The officer still refused to leave for about another 10 minutes of them saying to open the door. Told them to leave my property 2 times. They did not. My son was half asleep, got angry, so did I. They said if this is about a misdemeanor warrant, I'm taking care of it right after in 5 days. They announced they were there for the warrant. They called for a welfare check. They said they refused to open my door. They were butthurt about it. They showed no paperwork in hand. I told them to leave. My son closed the door. They said, fine, I'm going to arrest the homeowner for hindrance. Okay, I think there's part of the story here that I'm not missing. Definitely a part about you guys getting angry. That's always going to piss off the officers. But either way, this is what's probably going on here. So hindering prosecution in the second degree is one of these laws that's super broad. Okay, this is A.R.S. 13-2511. This basically says this: a person commits hindering prosecution second degree if with the intent to hinder either apprehension, that's what's going on here, prosecution, conviction, punishment, another person renders any assistance. So this rendering assistance is what's happened here, where these officers have said you have now rendered some form of assistance and we now have probable cause to arrest you for this criminal misdemeanor offense. Crazy situation. This happens all the time. Police show up under different pretenses. Remember, police are allowed to lie to you, say they're there for a different reason than what they really are. Police also don't have to always show you a warrant, especially if they know that it is a warrant for arrest, not a search warrant. Okay, there's 2 different kinds of warrants that are out there. And so the fact that they identify this individual that they know has a warrant means that they're pretty much allowed to get in there and find that person and arrest them. Again, this whole context of I'm in my house and all that, that's great for a search warrant. And then you say, let me see that. Not the situation that's happening here. Again, I think there's a little more happening as far as the words that might have been said, might have triggered some of these officers, but either way, that's what's going on. That's why you were arrested, because this law is so broad, and all these police officers need to do is think that you in any way rendered assistance. They've got probable cause, they can arrest you. Now, obviously, don't just roll over on this. This is where you want to hire a private firm to get in there and negotiate with this prosecutor to say, hey, guess what? Where's the warrant? Where's the body cams? Where's, the proof that this is why they were there? And basically, the more holes you poke into this, the more the prosecutor's like, actually, yeah, maybe these officers might have pushed the boundaries a little bit of what the officers were allowed to do. Did they technically do anything wrong based on what I know? No, probably not. But the more the prosecutor has to work on this, the more likely you are to get your case dismissed. If anything, go to trial on this, as long as you don't have any prior criminal record, and speak to a jury about this. Explain your situation, say you felt you were being reasonable in this. Some jury members have seen this happen their own selves, and they would stick up for you. Others might not. That's kind of why they say going to jury is like rolling the dice in Vegas. You don't know what you're going to get.